guys, welcome back. So today we're talking about the Start Here checklist. Now, if you're looking for health insurance, especially if you're self-employed or early retired, you're having to buy your own health plan. You need to come to a place where you're like, where do I start? You start right here. We're going to go over all the basic stuff to have ready. Once you get all this information together, spotting the right health plan and sometimes even more importantly, spotting the wrong health plan is going to be really obvious for you. So let's go. All right, so this comes down to basically three main questions that you're going to be asking yourself. So before we get started, I actually have this put together as, and I call it the Start Here checklist, on my website. So if you want to go and print that out and go over it with me right now, click on the link below, stephanieritt.com. So you have it right there and we can go over it together. That would be perfect. I'll wait or pause. Okay, Start Here checklist. Basically, this is going to be three main questions that you're going to ask yourself, and then all the details that go into that. So the very first one is, what do I need? Now, this has two parts to it. The first one is, make a list of who you want to be covered on the plan. So start with everybody that you want to have on the plan, their name, first and last, their date of birth and their age. I'll tell you why in a second. Their height and their weight. Now you want to put down their age and their birth date because some plans need to have the age, some have to do the birth date. So just have all that information ready for you. That may seem kind of basic. No, I don't need to write it down. There's many times I've been on the phone with people where I ask them their date of their kids and they get them mixed up or they're embarrassed because they don't remember their wife or their husband's birthday. So just avoid all of that. Write all the information down. You've got it, boom, right there. You don't even have to think about it. Ta-da! Now for each one of those people that you want to have covered, what are their medical needs? Now, when you're talking about the medical needs, it's going to be the prescriptions that they need. Make sure that you put down what it is and what it's for. Also make sure to put the doctor's name on there and the dosage you see. All that information should be there on the bottle or package of that prescription drug. Next, you want to do the regular doctor's visits. So especially if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, that type of thing, you're going to the doctor on a regular, say, 2 to 4 times a year. Are you getting blood work done? Are you doing the exam? So make sure to put down, okay, for each person, what are their regular doctor's needs? Over the next year, if you have kids, how many times do you take them to the exam? Is it just going to be the one-time wellness because they're older? Are they kind of little and you're taking them to the doctor multiple times? At least one of them hits the ER because they broke something, because they're kids. So kind of put on an average mammograms, colonoscopies, are those coming up, etc. Then if you have, these are kind of the major stuff. So are there any medical procedures or surgeries that you need at least in the next year? Now, we want you to dive a little bit deep on this one because are you putting something off? Is there something that needs to be addressed? And the reason why I kind of push that envelope is that if you plan for it ahead, you can do the math of, I know I need a surgery. That means I'm going to be hitting my max out of pocket on the plan. I want to make sure this doctor is in network. Maybe it'd be better to, for this year, have a higher premium plan, which will give me a lower max out of pocket because I know I'm going to meet that. But overall, I'm going to save money by the end of the year than just doing the lowest premium plan and I have a higher max out of pocket. So again, if you plan for it ahead of time, that surprise could cost you money and heartache and panic and all this stuff. But if you're just looking at the money side of it, it could also cost you money too. So, dig deep, be truthful and make that plan ahead of time and write down what surgeries, procedures that one or all of you may need for the year. And then last but not least on this one is what doctors, hospitals, facilities, orthopedics, gynecologists, pediatrics, who do you want in network? And also prioritize. Again, this will help you make those choices and also to give that information right off the bat saying, hey, these are the doctors I really want to have a network with this plan. Because if the doctors don't take the plan, it doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter how good the insurance is if your doctor doesn't take it. So make sure to write those all down. All right, my dears, so we're already on question number 2. Now, this is basically, where are you at right now? What do you have? If you're about ready to leave corporate and go self-employed or retired, then what you have right now doesn't really matter except on the COBRA side. I have videos on how to find out what your COBRA is and know if it's the best fit for you. Link down below. Also put it right here. But that aside, what you have right now, if you're already self-employed, if you're already early retired, if you already have a plan, what do you have right now, and is it going to be a good idea to jump? So to make that decision, you're going to ask yourself the following questions. Ta-da! Write down the company name. Is it Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, etc.? And the full name usually is Advantage Blue, or it's a PPO, it's a HMO. And those are the network types. The main four are HMO, PPO. Those are the two main. And then the other two are usually EPO or POS. Then write down how much you pay on your monthly premium for that plan. And it's assumed that the plan that you have now has the same amount of people, but make a note too if there's different people on that plan. The next part is your current benefits. Now, the basic starter is what is your deductible, your max out of pocket, and your co-insurance. So to get this info, there's a couple different places. A lot of times on your medical card that'll actually say DED, deductible, and then a number, and then max out of pocket. But the best way to get those, if you don't have it already, is to contact your human resource department or your insurance company and ask for a summary of benefits. It's usually one of those Excel spreadsheets that actually lists it straight out. Your deductible is this, your max out of pocket is this, your co-insurance is this, your copay for each thing is this, or if it's just a flat amount that's being paid for your doctor visits or x-rays and labs after your in-network provider discount. So if you ask for that summary of benefits, all that information will be listed right there. And having that available to you when you're out searching, especially if you're going to be comparing apples to apples, is going to be really important. So I would reach out to, again, your human resource department or your health insurance company to ask for a summary of benefits. And then on the side, since you got them on the phone, if you don't have it already, ask for your full brochure, because especially if you need anything done, if you have any special needs like surgeries coming up or particular wellness or mental health, anything like that, you're going to want to double check those limitations and exclusions. And I know it's small print, and don't be scared. So having the full brochure on hand so you can double check that at any time is really, really important. So if you've got them on the phone, ask them for a summary of benefits and then also a full brochure. Okay, so once you get your summary of benefits, it's going to list out what you need. And the main things that you want to make note of is your deductible, max out of pocket, and co-insurance. So that's what you pay first. Then co-insurance is that in between of you and insurance are holding hands and paying it together and who has what percentage until you hit your max out of pocket, and that stops it for you, and then they've got 100% from there. Yay! Then after that, you want to find out if there's any sort of limits. Either, hey, we've got 100% for the next million, but once we hit a million, then it's 100% on you. Or if it's unlimited, meaning that it's just, hey, we've got it forever. Then you want to go into, are there any term limits? For instance, Marketplace is 1 year. That's the Obamacare, healthcare.gov public insurance. That's usually a year. Or is it short term? Sometimes a short term can be 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 8 months. Or is it, hey, you're good until you're 65. That's a long-term plan. Then your copays, basically it should last out for doctor visits, x-ray labs, prescription drugs, etc. What copays you have. And then does it provide preventative and wellness on your plan right now? And then any add-on benefits. Does it have dental, vision, accident, critical illness, any of those type of things? So list out what it has and any sort of benefits. Again, it should be on your summary of benefits or on your medical card. So list those out. You know where you're at right now. Now we're looking at what are your priorities. And this is when we go into, it's a little less, listing out like A, B, C, and more of the what's good for you. We're looking at the monthly premiums versus your benefits. The sliding scale of, okay, the benefits are less, the premiums are less, the benefits are better, the premiums are better. And usually you're talking about what you have to pay out first before you get any benefits. If you want a really low deductible plan, your premium's going to be higher. It's that balance of, I'd rather pay more if something happened than more now. So lowest premium, but then I know if something does happen, I'm going to have more out of pocket. If you know you're going to have a surgery, then you're probably going to go on the side of, let's pay a little bit higher premium, or look at those plans and see what that max out of pocket is, because I'm going to be digging into that, or need those initial benefits before a deductible. Some plans are just, you have to dig into a $5,000, $8,000 deductible before you even see a doctor visit. And some of the plans, you get doctor visits beforehand. So again, looking at what your needs are and balancing what your monthly premium is versus what you'll be paying out of pocket based on your needs. All right, last but not least, when you're looking at your priorities, is your specific benefits that you need, your specific needs. From the basic stuff, do you want doctor visits, labs, x-rays? Do you need those right out of the gate on your plan? Do you want wellness? There's a lot of plans that are out there. You expect them to automatically have it and they don't. So if there are specific benefits, even if they're basic and seem duh, write them down. Wellness, doctor visits, labs, etc., etc., prescription drugs. Then we go into the much more specific ones. Do you want mental health? And that includes the prescription drugs and also counseling. Very few plans have that, and usually it's going to be after the deductible if they do. So if you need that, ask for those benefits. Pregnancy. Do you want to have a child? A lot of plans don't have that right out of the gate, or you'll definitely have to be hitting your max out of pocket for that. Sometimes getting mom onto a separate plan specifically that will have the maternity, and then bringing mom and baby back onto the plan that you have is what a lot of families do. If you have a house in another state, if you travel a lot, if your child is going to college in another state, definitely want to find out what that out-of-network coverage is, because a lot of times it's going to be zero. It'll be, hey, if you get struck by lightning or if you have a heart attack, then yes, it will cover you because it's a life-threatening situation. But if you break an arm, no. There's a lot of different, from supplementals to making sure you're getting on a plan that has nationwide coverage. There are ways to mend those bridges. But basically listing down what your priorities are, your special benefits, the things that you want to make sure you have, list out all of those for yourself and your family. All right, my darlings, so that is it. If you've gone through this whole list and wrote down all that information, you are now ready to go out and talk to agents, start looking at plans, and be able to identify what plan might be the best fit for you. Well done. Now going in well armed, it's going to make the next few steps a lot easier for you. So if you have any questions, if you need any help on the next steps, we've got a couple of neat videos for you on knowing if COBRA is the best fit for you. Also too, you've got the Leaving Corporate series. My website down below, StephanieRitt.com, will have the Start Here checklist that you can print out. If you enjoyed this video or if this has helped you in any way, like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified anytime I make any new videos. And that's another call out I'm doing to you guys, is that these videos are for you and to help you, especially if you're self-employed, early retired. You have to buy your own health insurance. It is a much different animal out there than group insurance. So in the comments below, or message me, email me, if you have any ideas for videos or have any questions, then please let me know. I would love to put out a new video or talk with you directly and see if I can help you. You guys, I hope this has helped you and you have a most beautiful day.